Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see the word in English which is could, C-O-U-L-D, could, and how it becomes a problematic thing for the French learners because there are many ways in which the word could is changed in French. So if you are at a B1 level or at B2 level or even at A2 level at times, if you want to express yourself with the word could in English and you want to translate it in French, then it becomes troublesome for you. We understand it. And through this video, we are going to demystify the confusion of the word could in English, how it is going to be done in French. So here I am from Shubh Language Academy. I am Dr. Jaivardhan Singh Rathore. That's my phone number. If you want to contact me, please free to get in touch with me. So if you look at this word could, it can be used in multiple ways in French. It is found in le passé composé, it is found in le conditionnel présent, it is found in imparfait, it is found in conditional passé, of course with the C clauses. So something that you said, yesterday I could finish my work. That's passé composé. Le conditionnel présent, could I talk to Sophia please? Then imparfait, when I was in France, I could speak fluent French. Then conditional passé, had you come on time, we could have watched a French film. Had you come on time, we could have watched a French film. And of course the C clauses, the one that we regularly see with C plus imparfait plus conditional présent. So if you told me the truth, I could help you. If you told me the truth, I could help you. So we'll see all these kind of combinations because in English you have the word could, which is used everywhere. How do you understand when to use which kind of could? Will it be passé composé? Will it be conditional présent? Will it be imparfait? Or in the C clauses, which kind of word are we going to use to replace could in English? Well, let's move ahead and let's see. So when we talk about passé composé, this is how we do the conjugation for passé composé for the word pouvoir. In the third form, it becomes j'ai pu, tu as pu, il a pu, elle a pu, on a pu, nous avons pu, vous avez pu, and in the end we have ils ont pu, elles ont pu. For example, if you were to say, yesterday I could finish my work, you would simply say, hier, I'll write it down for you here, hier, j'ai pu finir mon travail. So very simply, what am I going to say is, hier, j'ai pu finir mon travail. I'll just do the spelling in a correct way so that there is no confusion. So T-R-A-V-A, T-R-A-V-A-I-L. Voilà. So here we have. So hier, j'ai pu finir mon travail. It means yesterday I could finish my work. It happened, it got finished, and it is over. There's no continuation, neither in past nor in present. It is over now. J'ai pu finir mon travail. If you ask to someone, could you meet Rohan yesterday or could you meet Rohan this morning? So, est-ce que tu as pu rencontrer Rohan ce matin? So this is going to be the question. Est-ce que tu as pu rencontrer Rohan ce matin? Could you meet Rohan this morning? Which means the action is over. The response to this kind of question will be oui, j'ai pu le rencontrer, or je n'ai pas pu le rencontrer, which means I could meet him, no, I couldn't meet him, whatever the reason was. So I'll write it down, I'll write the answer for you so that you understand it in a better way. So you would see the answer is going to be oui, j'ai pu le rencontrer, or you would simply say non, je n'ai pas pu le rencontrer, which means yes, I could meet him, no, I could not meet him. I hope this is clear to you in the context of passé composé. Let's move ahead and let's see if the situation was for imparfait. How do you do that? Again, in English, you would say could, but don't worry at all. Imparfait is something that is in past. So if the question were something that we want to denote in past as a longer duration that existed, so you would say, quand j'étais en France, quand j'étais en France, je pouvais parler français avec les gens, je dirais les gens autochtones ou bien les gens ordinaires, les gens de ma ville. Okay, so if someone were to say, when you were in France, were you able to, which lasts for a long time, could you, which again shows the lasting effect of that action. So when you were in France, were you able to talk to the people of your city? So when you were in France, could you talk to the people of your city in French? Then you would say, oui, quand j'étais en France, je pouvais bien parler en français. I'll just clarify it. Je pouvais bien parler en français avec les gens de ma ville. So when I was in France, I could easily, or I could speak very well in French with the people of my city. So this pouvait in English translates as could, but in French it shows the length of that activity that would happen or that used to happen in past. So you would go for imparfait, je pouvais, tu pouvais, il, elle, on pouvait, nous pouvions, vous pouviez, il pouvait, elle pouvait. That's how your conjugation would move ahead. I hope it is clear. So the difference between imparfait and passé composé. So when you say j'ai pu parler, I could speak. So it is over. It happened in past and it is over now. Could you speak to Sophie yesterday? Est-ce que tu as pu parler à Sophie hier? Oui, j'ai pu parler à Sophie hier. Ou bien, or well, you could say, non, je n'ai pas pu parler à Sophie hier parce qu'elle était occupée, whatever the reason was. And in this case, we talk about the act of the possibility of that action to happen as a long duration thing. So you would ask, quand tu étais en France, est-ce que tu pouvais, quand tu étais en France, est-ce que tu pouvais parler à Sophie? So this question means that when you were in France, were you able to talk to Sophie? Which would not happen, or it did not happen for just once. It used to happen for a long time. So we would go for the verb could in English, which in French would translate as pouvait. So, oui, quand j'étais en France, je pouvais rencontrer ou bien je pouvais parler à Sophie de temps en temps. I hope the difference is clear. Now, moving ahead, when you have something called conditional, so a simple use would be to be polite. You know it very well. So you would simply say, est-ce que je pourrais, P-O-U-R-R-A-I-S, je pourrais parler à Sophie? Parler à Sophie. So, est-ce que je pourrais parler à Sophie? You made a phone call and the other person picked the phone up, and perhaps that was landline or someone else's mobile phone. You say, bonjour, allô, bonjour, est-ce que je pourrais parler à Sophie? Could I speak to Sophie? So the could, again the same sound, could, the same word, but it is in conditional form, which is being polite. I hope this is clear to you because the conditional is not in past, but it is in present, and it's not a tense, as you know it very well. It's a mode in French, and you call it mood in English. Voilà. So that's how you would use the conditional form. Je pourrais, tu pourrais, il, elle, on pourrait, nous pourrions, vous pourriez, il, elle pourrait. So if you were to give a suggestion to someone, you could simply say to this person, vous pourriez m'aider, s'il vous plaît? Vous pourriez m'aider? When you have to ask for some help, you should not be saying, can you help me? As you know it very well, in French, we would move rather in the formation of saying, could you help me please? So you would request that person by saying, vous pourriez, that's a Z, vous pourriez m'aider, A-I-D-E-R, vous pourriez m'aider, s'il vous plaît. Voilà. Vous pourriez m'aider, s'il vous plaît? Could you help me, please? So you see it on the screen that when we have these kind of constructions, the word could becomes really troublesome and problematic for the English speakers to understand as to where we are going to use which kind of could. So this is again could, but this is in the present form, which is the fact of being polite. Let's move ahead. Now, I have put the clause for you wherein you have si plus imparfait plus conditional présent, the hypothetical situation that we all are aware of. So if you came on time, we could watch a film together. If you came on time, we could watch a film together. So it would be translated in French as si tu venais à l'heure, nous pourrions, so this pourrions is again the conditional form. I'm sure you must have understood how it's made. Nous pourrions voir un film ensemble. So in this kind of condition, when you say, if you came on time, we could watch a film together, this could is the conditional form, which comes in the capacity of the C clause, which has got nothing to do with passé composé, nothing to do with the imparfait form. It's in the conditional form, which is the present conditional form. I hope this is clear. These are all the imaginations, these are all the hypotheses that we develop for a situation. If something has to happen, there will be an impact of some other situation, and that's still feasible, that can still be done, right? It's not a regret at all. I hope this is clear to you. And then moving ahead, if we talk about something of this sort, oh, you could have told me, we could have seen a movie together, we could have eaten together. So when you give a regret, could have, then again you use the word could. That can again be troublesome for you. But over here, the clarity is that it is conditional passé. It is something that cannot be written now. It is a regret that is over now. So if you look at the sentence that I've written for you on the screen, it reads, the C clause reads si plus plus que parfait plus conditional passé. So in that sense, we have gone, si tu étais venu à l'heure, nous aurions pu voir un film ensemble. So in English, it translates as, had you come on time, we could have. Now, we could have watched or we could have seen a film together. That's how you would say. So this nous aurions pu will be, we could have. So again, could is going to be used over there because we are using pu. This is the regret form wherein you use the si plus plus que parfait plus conditional passé. In this video, we are not going to look at how the formation of PQP, which is plus que parfait or conditional passé, or for that matter, conditional présent is made. If you need any help in that context, please do get in touch with us. But over here, we're just looking at the word could, how it becomes troublesome and problematic for us, and how we have to get over it. Moving ahead, now I have given some sentences to you, some questions to you. Let's try to translate them in French. So the first one, yesterday, could you finish your work? Very clearly, this is going to be, what do you think? Will it be passé composé, imparfait, conditional, présent, any C clause? I'm sure it's not C clause because you don't see that kind of a combination here. In terms of passé composé, imparfait, and conditional présent, you might be struggling to find the right option. So the right option, I'm sure you must have found now. And the right option is passé composé. So you're going to say, hier, est-ce que tu as pu finir ton travail? So that means yesterday, could you finish your work? And since the work got finished at a point of time in past, you would move ahead with passé composé. Hier, est-ce que tu as pu finir ton travail? Were you able to do your work? Were you able to complete or were you able to finish your work? Because maybe there was some condition wherein you knew that this person A will not be able to complete his or her own work. So you were unsure. So you asked this person, instead of asking, tu as fini ton travail? Which is like you were quite sure that this person must have done his work or her work, but then you were unsure. So you asked the question in the possibility form of it with the verb pouvoir. So you said, Rohan, hier, est-ce que tu as pu finir ton travail? So he responds to you and he says, oui, monsieur, j'ai pu finir mon travail. I could finish my work. Voilà. And in the second sentence, when you were a kid, could you swim? This could is going to last for a longer time because swimming is something that was an activity that was being done in past for a longer time, which can also be translated in English as a kid or when you were a kid, were you able to swim? Like, was that a process for you that used to happen over and over again? So you would say, quand tu étais petit, quand tu étais petit, tu pouvais nager. Voilà. Est-ce que tu pouvais nager ou bien tu pouvais nager? So here we see that we have used the verb pouvoir in its imperfect form because it shows the possibility of swimming for a longer duration. And in the last one, could you please help me or could you help me please? If you were to say this, then you quite clearly understand it is going to be conditional présent. And you would say, if that's a stranger, pourriez-vous m'aider, s'il vous plaît? Voilà. Pourriez-vous m'aider, s'il vous plaît? P-O-U-R-R-I-E-Z. That's pourriez-vous m'aider, s'il vous plaît. That's our conditional form, being very polite and asking someone to help us. So these were the three differences of passé composé, imparfait, and conditional présent that I've put for you. And in the end, if I spoke Spanish, would you be able to help me, or would you be able to can be changed and said as could, because you understand that when can plus would, it becomes could. So you would say, si je parlais, si je parlais espagnol, si je parlais espagnol, tu pourrais m'aider. Voilà. Si je parlais espagnol, tu pourrais m'aider. So this is the condition that we have put, which here is again the conditional form of the verb pouvoir, conditional present, which is le conditional présent. And in the end, we have, had I spoken Spanish, she could have helped me, but it's not possible anymore because it's a regret now. So, si j'avais parlé espagnol, elle aurait pu m'aider. Elle aurait pu m'aider. She could have helped me, but now there's no more possibility of the same, so she cannot help me anymore. It's all done now. So this was in a nutshell. I wanted to help you with the word could in English, which is truly troublesome. We don't get to understand as to when it is going to be passé composé, when is it going to be imparfait, or for that matter, conditional présent. Even in the C clauses, it is at times very tricky to identify. I hope through this video you must have understood the right approach of using could, and you'll be very comfortable with it, and you speak flawless French with the usage of this word could. With this, we have come to the end of the video. If at all you have any questions, any doubts that you would like to convey to us, feel free to get in touch with us, and anything that you have as a question, please write to us, please send a message to us, and then we are there to help you. These are our details, which I'm showing you again on the screen. We are from Shubh Language Academy, Dr. Jaivardhan Singh, and my phone number is there so that you be in touch with me. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you.